Hello, welcome back to Helping Hand from OKC. Today here I have a power steering pump reservoir that is leaking out of the lid. I thought it was my power steering pump, but the pump is working fine. So I ordered a new reservoir, went online, I think I got it for like 15 bucks. This usually would cost you $77 or about $77 if you go to the AutoZone or O'Reilly's. So I was able to get the same exact one, other than it's black, and I really don't care whether it's black or white or save me some money. I got two screw holes that are here, and what's happening on the old one is leaking it's actually leaking out of the top part of it. And the way that everybody was explaining to, there's a built-in filter inside, and once it get clogged over years and years of use, the fluid tends to not flow. It just come pressure back and come out. Hopefully this fixes it. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about people break this open and look inside and find the filter. The filter is not replaceable, so you might as well just order your reservoir for about 15 to 20 bucks. And it looks like you got two screws here, a couple of hoses, and you're done. So let's dig in. In a pair of pliers, I think it's a 10 millimeter pair of pliers and a screwdriver. Make sure you put a pan underneath to catch any of the excess fluid. It's going to be a little messy because it's full of fluid right now. So you may make a little mess, so just be sure to put something underneath it. Get your pair of gloves to kind of keep the oil, because some of you guys may be allergic to oil or whatnot, and so you want to protect your hands. I got a pair of latex gloves that you get that I bought. Well, let's dig in. Screw holes, two bolts here that's holding it onto the pump itself. What I have to do, you got your wiring harness that's coming across here. You want to take it off. Sometimes it'll be with a screw on. You just lift it off here. Or you want to lift, it's got another clamp over here. But just take a screwdriver and just pry right here. Just be careful. Just pry it up, and this should come up pretty good, easy. And you got one here as well. You want to pry it out of this housing. Just take your time. You won't break your tangs. That's that one. We got one more over here, like there. I was able to break that one, but that's okay. And once you get it out, you can just move it out your way. You don't have to remove this line or anything. Just move it out your way. You're going to take your ratchet. I want to go ahead and, you got a little keeper here on the end. There's a little keeper on here on the hose. And you just take your pliers and squeeze it in and pull the hose off. You squeeze it in and slide it down like that. And then you want to separate the hose. Now this is where you're going to lose a little fluid. It's going to be pretty tight because it's never been off. But I got my little handy dandy channel locks. They're small enough to get in there. Everything is pretty tight. And a couple of times, and then I should be able to push it off. There's a sensor right next to it. You can remove it if you have to, but I'm able to work around it. Just be careful not to break it. You want to cause no more problems than you already got. I'll just keep turning it and push it in. I think I can get it. Remove it. This size here is actually a 10 millimeter. You got two bolts on each side. We're going to loosen those up. There we go. These bolts what holds it onto the pump itself. Oh, and then if you can see that as you pull it loose, it just fits into the housing. And there's your other bolt. Now we can get it off of this. Pretty tight, but it's coming. Slowly but surely. There you go. Was able to get it off. And when the bottom hose that I was pulling off has got a wedge, and it's hard to pull off. I find it easier than trying to pull that hose off while it's intact. Go ahead and remove these two screws, get them out, and then so when you're ready to pull on it, you can pull it up out of this area. I'm making a mess. But this is the reservoir here that I'm replacing. I believe my pump is okay. I just believe this reservoir is probably just clogged. I don't know if you noticed in your new one, you got O-rings. O-ring there. You want to make sure it's there. And make sure you pull this little cap off. See this little cap? You want to pull that off as well. Now we're going to reverse the process. And you got a cap here as well. If you can see that, you want to pull that off. There you go. And once you got those off, you're ready to install it. And what I would do, since I pulled it off that way, I'm going to put the hose on first at the bottom. And it's made to fit tight on there. There you go. And just push it on all the way up as you can get it. Like that. And then you got a clamp that's at the bottom. You're going to squeeze that clamp or pull it up as the keeper. That's what holds it on. You take your pliers. You want to squeeze that clamp and then pull it all the way up so where it could hold. There you go. Like there. And when I got that done, so I want this housing here goes into the housing. So when you push it on, you want to make sure this port is cleared. There's nothing in there. And you want a little grease there, so when you push it on, it'll actually go in the housing itself. There we go, like so. You just push it in like that. Then you go ahead and put your bolts back in. It's got everything attached. Kind of got to go fishing now. They're kind of hard to see. So you want to kind of, you can find them. You just have to just take a little bit to find the hose. There we go. Got that one. Got that one. Then we're going to tighten it up. Now that I got all my bolts back in, I have a little wasted fluid here. And you might want to take some cleaner and spray the cleaning down so when you fill it up to make sure you don't still have a leak. So I got some brake clean. This kind of spray it. It dries pretty quick. You spray it down where the fluid had leaked at. You want to go ahead and put your lines back into the holes that are made like there. You can see that right here. Just push it down. Now we're ready to go ahead and fill it up. Now I want to know if the fluid that they recommend was a synthetic type fluid. It's kind of pricey, run about $16 for a quart. You don't have to use synthetic, but use whatever make and model that your car calls for. Use that particular brand. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up and start it up. And always double check, make sure you got hose, that's connected, clamps on, that's on, it's not loose. Then go ahead and fill it up. As you see, I got it started here. We'll let everything run down, fill up all the, it should suck it down. I'm gonna go ahead and add more. Now that I have it full, I'm gonna let it run. I wanna get inside the vehicle and turn my steering wheel a little bit. Well, that's it. You wanna make sure there's not any leaks on it. I'm gonna take and power wash the engine compartment now. That took care of my power steering leak out the reservoir. It could have been leaking in other areas, but I believe the filter inside was just clogged. So I got about 230,000 miles on this vehicle, so it's due for another reservoir. Some people would have probably changed the pump and put this reservoir back on, and it would have just did the same thing. Fluid was coming out of the cap. So anyway, I hope this was a big help to anyone that's actually trying to diagnose their pump or to change the reservoir. It's pretty simple. You save yourself about $300. It's pretty simple with the right tools. You can order all your stuff online, or you can go to the local box store. So I even saved, even on that, this would have cost me about $80 at the local AutoZone. I ordered online, Amazon or eBay for $15. So it's a quite a bit of savings. That's it for this particular video. For those who hadn't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. You can follow me on that Helping Hand OKC. That's at Helping Hand OKC. I thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.